The first of the 7 final editions have been revealed. Dodge revealed the new 6.4-liter Shakedown Challenger that will come in 2 limited black and Destroyer Grey versions. And last week, Dodge said that the final cars will pay tribute to a vehicle that came before it. But that's not entirely accurate.
What? Which part?
What if I told you that the Challenger Shakedown is actually a money shakedown of customers who can simply just order a Shaker Scat Pack? So let's go over the 2 versions of this limited Challenger that marks the beginning of the end for Dodge.
Each of these 6 models pays tribute to a car that came before it. You guys know we love the teasers. Now here's the catch. The specific details on the individual editions is going to be kept under wraps until the dates shown on the car covers outside on the car carrier. So if you didn't look at the dates, make sure you pay attention.
The Shakedown Challenger will be limited to 1,000 total units, but there is a catch. First, there won't be any Charger models simply because Dodge never made a Shaker Hood Charger, but I think we can all agree that now would have been a great time to make that car. The only, let's say, 1,000 Charger Shakers to be made would be highly sought after. Secondly, if you want a Destroyer Grey Challenger Widebody Shakedown, you are SOL. The Shakedown will be offered in 2 colors, Destroyer Grey and Pitch Black. But the catch is you can only get the Widebody in Pitch Black, and Dodge will only make Destroyer Grey version in the narrowbody. 500 Destroyer Grey cars and 500 Pitch Black Widebody versions. You have 2 options for a Widebody Destroyer Grey Challenger. You can either go through direct connection for a couple grand and get a Widebody kit done on your Shakedown, or you can find an allocation from a dealer for a Scat Pack and simply order a Scat Pack Challenger Widebody with a Shaker package in Destroyer Grey with the Shakedown graphics. It looks like the only thing Dodge did on the Shakedown edition was take the thinnest line in the graphics and just make it red. Really, the only other way to tell this car is special on the outside is just one Shakedown badge you'll get on the spoiler. All your other badges are either blacked out or red. Now don't get me wrong, this is a great looking package, but I wouldn't try to follow one at a dealer when I can essentially order a Scat Pack Shaker, put it in any color that I want, and really the only thing I'm missing from the Shakedown edition is just 2 Shakedown badges and just a blacked out and red stitch interior. So if you have a chance to get a Shakedown edition, cool, but if you don't, you can still order essentially the same car but with a different color interior. But like I said earlier, 500 Challenger Destroyer Grey Shakedowns and 500 Pitch Black Widebody Shakedowns. The special edition cars will be pre-spec from Dodge, loaded with a tech group, navigation, carbon fiber, suede, and the dynamics package. I'll put on the screen a list of the other unique things that the Shakedown Challenger will get, along with a Shaker hood, red 392 graphics on the fenders, 6 piston Brembos, black Napa and Alcantara seats with red stitching, and red demonic seat belts. The Shakedowns get no power upgrades from Dodge. It'll just have the same 485 horsepower and 475 foot-pound of torque that you normally get out of a Scat Pack with the 392 engines. And the last I checked, you can get a 5.7 Hemi with a Shaker, so why Dodge chose to skip over the 5.7 with this package is a good question. You would think Dodge would use the Shakedown edition in both the 5.7 and 392 Challenger, just like they did with the Hemi Orange package. And I honestly thought that these special edition cars would already come with the stage case installed, but at the end of the day, the Shakedown is really just a Scat Pack appearance package that skipped over the RT. But there are still a few more unknowns about the Shakedown edition. Will there be any manual transmission cars built? Last I checked, Dodge was still making 6-speed manual Scat Pack cars, and there is no mention of what audio setup will come in the car, whether it's the Alpine system or H&K. This is where I feel Dodge not allowing customers to order these cars is stupid. I can understand the Shakedown package giving you a host of options bundled together, kind of like a launch edition, but even with most launch editions, you still have a few options to pick from. For the Shakedown, Dodge can let customers decide whether they want a manual transmission, if you want a performance spoiler instead of the normal one, what if I want a sunroof, strut tire braces, These are a few options that someone can check to make their car a little more unique and rare. This Shakedown edition will not be cheap. If you go to the configurator for the Challenger and check every box that we know that comes on the Shakedown, this edition will cost you at least $67,000. Based on the configurator pricing, our base Hellcat will only be a couple grand more. So we don't know how much Dodge would charge for the 2023 Challenger Shakedown Edition package, but if we're already in the $69,000 ballpark if you order a 2022 Challenger Shaker Widebody, this edition will probably cost at least $70,000. And now you're even closer to a base Hellcat with no options. Really, you just had to add 1 or 2 options to a Hellcat and you have a way faster car with similar options to the Challenger Shakedown. I honestly don't see why someone would pay $70,000 for a Challenger Scat Pack, but hey, it's your money. But I would say just order a regular Shaker in whatever color you want and whatever options you want and call it a day, and you're probably gonna save at least about 10 grand. Just saying. The Shakedown looks really good, but I don't think it's worth the price, and it doesn't even pay tribute to a car that came before it, just like Tim Knissen said the Final Edition cars would do. The Shakedown edition points back to a SEMA car from a few years ago of a 1971 Challenger. So this means that any edition can either pay tribute to a real car in history or a concept car that Dodge never released. I honestly don't get why this car is limited when Dodge showed the Hemi Orange package last year and slapped the package on the Challenger, the Charger, and the Durango. And as far as I can tell, none of them was limited. But I think the main thing with these special editions are they're going to be pretty loaded, pretty pricey, and Dodge does not want to tell you how much they cost. If Dodge can tell you how much the Hornet GT is months before it was released, can tell you how much the Hemi Orange package is, tell you how much the Jailbreak package is, tell you how much the SRT Black package is, I don't know how Dodge can justify not telling anyone how much these special edition cars would be as they're being released. And why this special edition skips over the 5.7 Hemi cars kind of shows me that these special edition cars are definitely cash grabs. But let me know what you guys think. Is a Shakedown something you guys want, or is it too expensive where you can just get a base Hellcat and go to Direct Connection and make it a Widebody? The next Final Edition car drops on August 31st, which should be the Honeypot garage door. So maybe that door will bring some love to the 5.7 Hemi cars, maybe a return to the 1320 Challenger cars, or hopefully the Charger will get in on some special edition love. But we'll see. And until then, I'm out.